Malau me la mari ho eki pe he foki ke tonga mo bulan kotoa mo mea mai ke programa ko he TWN ko radio Tonga World News I he fini. Ko fi fa fogeni pe o magdagdale le ki mo tolu. Ko fini e kamata te ma programa a kelotu. Te ma to ka ka tuleva ki he hok ko ia o programa I fini. Malo. Tau lotu. Tamai van kak matoan ko whanau mapuno fini. Ko whawhita mu whamalo ke te koe ngai tapua ko tope ke tuku mai ke te matoro ke whahoka e maporo karama radio I hi fini. Whamalo I ngai lau mari e totonu o mai ke malawi ai pe mo emelini hi fini. Ko rat ke te koe ke tuhi whalau mani o ni ne take kina ki maua. Ha mea ke lava ke marea aki o ku hangamari ki he pai ngā pia he foki pia moe loto ke ma ua loto ma a moe ofa. Pia he foki ke ngai mea kotoa pe o ku whakaukau ki ai ko ha mea o ku lava ke mau whetokoni a ki ai mo ku moto kotoa pe o ku whanonga mai fini. Ta mahe wani ma kore a te koe ke whakaivia ki mau ha ngahi mea o ku lelei mo ngahi mea o ku lava ke whai ha whetokoni a ki ai. Tāpo ki ange tō taha ko tō pē kua manaki ke nau tokoni ki he wharere ai polokarama ko ia e politiki I mua whiri he tauni. Ko re tāpo ke anga mawhonua a tonga pa pehe whoku mai tamatui. Pehe whoki ke tahini kuini nana spau u tuku a. Tamahe wani ho lau mani ni ke ni tuku hifo ha tāpua kina ke whanua, pia mga himea o tō ape o whakahoko e kautaki. Pake toko ni angi ki nau tōru, pia molotu angi ke tāpua ki mau tōru I ngā ue koe ni ke lava ke hao pia mau whanua kai kia ha mea e whakatamaki mau kore ngai mea ne hua wha alo sis Christ ko mau whamui e meni.
Oni.
Feel
Mala la valele tau ko la ke tau por kamata ko e fiafi pule lulu eni wa no o gatopa te ko melide fa au monete ko mo hosate ke fafini welcome ko fafini fa ki prenda ka ta programa fafini ko programa fa ta ki mo aka ka fafini and I know que con habla que por calamana ta fotutu que fa ki lave ki he life insurance ko tu o fu ma winga o pite life insurance ki he anga tau no fo na o share fo ki mo at pe hoku nei pana malolo ake weekend malo ko o sina o lele atu ke no ki putu ko me kana un ka te au ai malolo ko ne ta tai ko ni he I think he was in his 54. He left like 3 kids, Mali, with no insurance, no nothing. Eh? Ko laita ko mata o fito, ai o he class ulaki. Eh? It kind of make me feel sad to know eke ko ke fina matua pena life insurance patama ikai. Eh? You know, and nowadays, life insurance, it's not just because of que loto que te hoko kita ko ha kawenga ke te family, kai ke ngatai, ka oku o fema ke te hanga leave some kind of legacy ke te whanau, peko te whamo kupuna, pea kai ke ngatai, pea te hanga o ke te mawahe atu o koe ke te hoko wafu ka wenga kia nau tō whapahanga, Ka ke te au e mahalo o ke saipe tau noko whatonga, e tau culture ko inga ko lofa kāinga, But when it comes down to this nowadays, ko wha mole koe ke mea koe whare putu kere, I mean ke whai toka koe mea, o si topa pea ke he taha ke ua mano, Ai taha mano ke ua mano, But I've seen many people now are cremated because this is the cheapest way to you know, but you know, I'm not sure when it comes to our culture, but at the same time, what I wanted to let others know, I do have a license in Washington, and I'm not a captive. What captive means, State Farm, because State Farm and all those like farmers, they're captive. Means you only have a 1 or 2 products that you under their company to sell. But I'm an independent. Independent, I can shop for more. Let's say for more. I may okay qualify kia. Brenda, unmute yourself. I think you're muting yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm available with carriers, with other carriers. So what's that mean is you can you know, you can okay. I'm sorry, Brenda. Okay, go while Brenda take a little break. Go life insurance. I'm an independent. Independent means I can shop for more coverage. I think that's the right word I wanted to say. I gonna even ke tō tako o tau pe o mamaki, e lava pe ke mao hao option, but the fit ke me a product. We do have a product called mortgage protection ke final expense,
Right.
Something around like 25,000 ke tolumano. So it's in affordable, but at the same time it's better to have something than nothing, And I think that's
right.
that's the thing. It's important to be wise and to be more prepared.
Poto.
Yes, for poto. But that's the mindset we should be. Let's not wait on the kainga to show up and bury you. Let's just do it. Let's just make sure you have something coverage, and if you're looking for life insurance coverage, I mean, I send that information to me. Through here, the Tonga World News or my phone number, ego wani matolo fata fa fitu avalta. Aware am our product of we call living benefit. Living benefit is a very, very important product. They gonna hinga any kapa a diagnosed ko terminal illness. E lava leva ke ma wat e ko ho insua pe lolo tonga ke mo ui, I up to 80%, I go ngai product here go available go being an independent, so I come out inga ke ilo I fa ke go ya being a captive and independent. I think that's what the only thing I wanted to emphasize tonight. I'm having a life insurance. Life insurance. In the state of Washington, life insurance coverage cover her family. And I think that's the only thing that I wanted to bring up with the life insurance, Brenda. Did you have anything to add on to that one?
Oku moni au pito Emeline o whakahoko mai ko ni he kono inga. Oku whaamu pe o whanongo mai hani ihi ho tau kakai ki he mea koine uke lawe ki ai kono inga. Ko insurance is almost like as important to us. O fumau inga ia ki tau tolko o kua family. Ia whanau, ua whamopuna. Ko hinga ke tau ako I peho tau family taktaha, how important it is.
Yes.
Ke tau accepting high services o ku applicable, pe ku effectively right ki ho tau family takta. Te kono hinga ku tau pehepe, o kai ki fu interest kai kau tonga, but let's not put that in there ke tau mahalo. Let's help them. Yes. Ko yang ni tau share information hono o atu pe me platform ko ni. Let them know how important it is. He kono uinga me hange pe ia ha ate put away pa anga ke tokoni ki ha mea whakatu tamaki e hoko. Family, we all go through deaths. We all go through unexpected deaths. Yes. We all come across our family dying that are so close to us, a member of loved ones. O totonu ko te paanga ko o toe me he e te budget for mahina to family. Let's not forget o kai ke tonia ke waste te paanga ko e pe ko tolai te au he mahina. Put it to a good, useful cause. Yes. Tokoni ki he aho e hoko ai e mate, o ku kai ke ngo o ku ke fu pressure, pe ku ke whainga tā ia whakaukau mo loto mo tengi hia. Tā koe te tangi ki tā koe kai ke hamea ke si whengai ke...
Ka moani lai au pita pita, Ka mea kai hange ko klau nei. Really what really put into my heart when I see my neighbor. Kusio kai ki mate ko na tamai tau ni mafa to mai ki fa na to tolu very little.
Our neighbor,
yes. I'm just, as much as I try to be there for her and let her know any help that I can offer to her, I would love to give that. But at the same time, I wanted to educate her to make sure, we don't leave our kids empty-handed. The way I look at it, And their life is gonna be. Think about this. They will need to go to college.
Yeah.
Have you kung Allah ya go the you can give a college fund to your kids when they grow up.
Yeah.
So kagong I may forget Brenda of Fema Beya kita emphasize but Fema Be kita hanga otoe bringing out the awareness to our uh, Tongans, especially. I may go to get out of Inga ear hay. I go love good night. We get to let down him, you put it away and think about this. After 10 years, it's meant something. It really meant something. It's not what you make, but it's what you save. And I think life insurance is one of the best saving. If you don't have a saving at all, I think better get a life insurance for yourself. And
Yeah.
I'm glad to talk about that because I'm licensed in the state of Washington. Well, I'm like even after the state, because I have other team I can work with, they can refer them to, I can refer them to so kaya ko hinga ko ako love it like yeah. Ikaw nga gani ito po life insurance. And I think I touched very important stuff. Unless if you have any question, Brenda, that I can answer, I would, I can try the best of
Emeline,
my knowledge.
yeah, this is an open book that we should understand, hey? Again, ko mea bia ko roto ko ke o kai ka fehui
Correct.
first. Ko second ko roto pe au ke support le pe aho output fikau aki mo importance of having life insurance, eh? E ku he ko mea ko ilo I oa na ke sio tau mama o ke he mea ai life insurance o whakahoko ke he mo ui o ke he tonga. E koe mea koe o tau whakahoko e tau toria koe ofa pe te si lere mo ki sila pe te lere mo ki fo I tokonaki mo ki koroa. Koe mea pia e tonga koe anga whakatonga pia e tau whewahe aki. Ka koe reality e tau nofo whakatonga I he whanua muri, ke lava ke tau whakapotopoto I o budget, e tau ki se niti ko toa pē, ke toka marie, a ngahi mea ko uton ke take care of whaka api mo family. E ka pahe kai ke ha insurance, ke te whanau. Emeline, it's like you're there on the ocean on a boat without no gas.
Yes, yes. And Brenda, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. E kai pa ko uhinga pe fokia he kono uhinga na ke te no. Na ke whakau ke ai no. Ka koe hai mea o ke whakau ke ai ka hoko hame. Ka ko ilo I oku iai whaarea pe ia e kautunga. Whamatariri pe ia ka tau whanong ke ai. O sai pe mea kotoa he urea pe ni mahe maki ni matomata. What does that mean to me? O kai ke hangu tu e lea me ni ma, Pea o kapau ho uhinga pe au ia don't worry about my business. Then, ko konga rewa e te pehe rewa, okay, Pagton lava ke whakahoko mai e ko he media. Whakamore tonga kakai tongo to ape ko ki apsia in hoko rod whare. Kai ke whima o ke hao hata. Make it clear, just like how you clarify.
Right.
O tokanga mai ka mea ule ape ni mahema ke ni matomata o. Please, ka ke whakahoko rewa hanga he rea pe he. Ke whakapoto ho rea he. Kai koe atu e kakai ia ke ai ke rea ho nima koe ke nima no. Koe au atu e kakai koe ta wanga whakawhonua koe ofa. Pea moe wheto kai aki. Pea moe o ate ke ho haa koe ke he alu atu. Koe alu atu ia ai toko taha oku ngā ue whakakaristiani ono loto. Mono lau mai. Yeah.
Ka mea whakataha o ko whatonga I hoko tai nimprenta. I co-fund me,
Ia.
O koe ke wila pe ko au sia tau katonga ki ai. Ka ko kamata he ka kaitola he co-fund me because ke tano e nau putu. He kono inga na ka kena mate tēnā tō ke life insurance, Pero taha kon kon e me taha ko whima ke emphasize e whawhini, a koe ko ka pau wahau api, ka pau wahau api ke whakatau api. Whakau kau kien, ka ke mate lewa. Are you ready to have your family stay I api when you're gone? I mean, we do have a product of we mortgage protection, Ai ko mortgage protection ko ni e lava le mai ke malui ho family ke nau ke hoko hoko pe nau stay I he fale ka me hoko ka koe. He ka foi me fo ki e taha ia. E lava tau pe ka pau ko le ia o pe o e lava pe he ni mai mai o au ke ni mana matau. But think about this. E lava e ni mahema o tau pe o come up with this mortgage I hamea e hoko ka koe. You know what I'm saying? E lava pe toko nia ai foi tanu ia tau pe ka pa e lava pe ia. I final expense ko he putu mo mea. Okay, that is done. Then tomorrow will be like, what next? Ai leva ka mele hoko, am I gonna still have my family continue to stay in the home? Or am I gonna be like, my family will be out within 30 days notice or something like that. Go offer go ahead life insurance. And I think tonight is like I always said, it's about educating the people. And then also at the same time, Brenda, it's not about me begging for business or anything. It's about me letting you know there's a service that I can offer that will help your family and help your loved one. He kono hingain. He ka tika hai ko totong yao he time ko ai ho life insurance. E totong yao he kau taha insurance. But what I can do is to find the best option for you and your family. Support your Tongan business. And tonight is about women, and I'm
In
asking,
leadership.
yes, in leadership. And I'm asking the Tongan of Whanongomai, support your Tongan,
Businesses.
Yes.
Ia.
Oh, the gang go support the palangi, he can have palangi out of one eco time cook fire go parma. You know what I'm saying? So and that's one thing that we need to always emphasize. The one thing I love about the Hispanic community, because they are not go can now keep business. Okay, at the phone no mai okay now. The California burrito gonna wolf it gonna eat more. I stopped by there one afternoon and have lunch there with my husband. I'm telling you, who's the most people that walk into this little burrito place? It's okay, him head They're getting a business at I mean, but this is the kind of thing support your own people, their own business, because we're building a community, So
o ku ke lave mai e melini ke mea mahu inga au pito ka koe respect o e kakai o kuna wako ki hawhaahinga ko hawhaahinga whakarere ha business pia take on now time ke ako pia koe time ko ose ai koe tokoni koe whehu I rewa pehe ko tokoni ke general public pe ko tokoni pe au ke tonga pe ko tokoni ke kakai ko toa pe regardless pe ko lanu haa kita, Koe monu anga, koe monu ia anga o e tonga, kono uhinga, ka pau ko hatoko taha koe o ko ke loto maa, pa ke nima maa, pa ke whakaukau maa. You would support the Tongan.
Yes.
Koe, for many, koe half of my life have been in this state, in this country. Ko tawani ni mau approximately mimi ni matolu in life iheni. And Emeline, you touched something that is not talked about. ai hanga pe Tonga ia moloki Tonga o au ke he puria au pita to kataha ko aria to run business somewhere else.
Right.
Ko experience ia i fonuan he he kai ke tuhu pe te lea ka ko tau talk straight in ki he whahinganga Tonga o ku tae whakakaristiane au pito hu whanga he whatapu. Me
Right.
peko tō wholofola e tui.
Okay,
Tau lau
tui.
ke kau karistiane ki tau tolu, ka lau tau aru ki lotu, o ke ngahi mea leleu tau mi ai. Pea tonu ke tau live e tau life in accordance pea mo e te whakaukau lelei taha. Ko ho business i en pea ku tonu ke mau whakamalo ai ki mau tolu kakai o ku kai ke mau iloha mea whikau akmo insurance. Mana tu e kau palangi o spera na minitanga fulo na tolo e na yep whakapalangi pe to whakatonga I mai hata ke ki. Pe oska po kona hela ia na tolo pe na au na tolo. I don't have to stay here and talk and
Listen to
get
this way.
interpreted. Yeah. Ako me ako o kuiai pe ani I hange pe kokoe e meline I he ngahi state ke oko appreciate e awea e na humai ke kautaha in siwa. He koe
Yes.
insurance oku kai ko ha whainga business e ni aku ilo ngofua pe mahi no ngofua e Tonga unless your mind is in there.
Right.
Ke ilo I why you want the insurance. Why you ke whima wai ke in siwa ho api if you owned it. Pea koe share ki mea koe ni Emeline because it happens ke tangata eiki na hau mi Tonga. Pea hau mi Tonga I ngai ta ulahi at ko hiri atu. Oku os mama te ape mi no neck down to his feet hena stroke I Tonga. But he was able to be sent here, ki se atoni, kono uhinga pe of the injury he had. He koe koe injury Miana ia old injury na to edit ia ke stroke o kai ken to lava ia ke able to walk, able to do anything. So na end up paketo ta ko ni yo api. O ko taimia o motua palangi mo. So we love this kotonga. Pe mono hoa mo ki family and we love this couple, this family, and you know what happened because he was not able ke lava faha tokoni ke ai whakalao hangi ko whare mahaki medical help ko in this situation, but we were able to accommodate him be yang in no form yang mo feel he so what happened. Na ia yung toketana na ai whaka api ang miho mau siasiki api. Ko tokotaha ko chiropractor, pero ko tokotaha ko regular doctor pe ia ke bone. He's a regular
Specialist.
physician.
Oh, regular doctor.
So specialized in bone. Ay may hangi pe a chiropractor itself.
Right.
Ko chiropractor ko tangata mani. Pero ko palangi. Pea koe, ka koe tangata eiki, na drive pe anu ki wheelchair ki he mau garden plot, O sa ia he aro o tautu pe ia kai fusfuse, a weed, It's just something to do. And you know when he stooped, he fell into the garden. He fell from the chair. Kone foi tō ko ia o toe mahalo o te hoko ai alabe ai just because they were home ang toketa at that very time na hoko ai me ko ni ke tata aiki they were able kena loa na combine ai faito o physician at tangata aiki ang ngahi me ko na kage lava o faito ki mua hangalabe chiropractor o te kea ene mea whaka, what do you call in, when you go back over and over ke sio ki hono fota mo ngai mea, rehab.
Rehab,
Io,
okay.
io. Ko chiropractor ia, ko te kea ia rehabilitation,
Rehabilitation, right.
io, e tangata iki. So what happened, our insurance, I go api, our home insurance was able to cover his medical because he got in a fall up.
Right.
Neongo pena handicap prior, that doesn't matter. Because for a new injury, and you know, and I Emily.
Right. Mm.
So he was able to walk,
Wow.
fully able to walk like a master man, because no. Ka able pe ke walk mo ni ki cane,
Right, right.
Nakaalu o he kapea I neki wheelchair, ko wheelchair ia na o mai pe ia ko donate mo mau next door, you know. So it was such a beautiful thing. Ke toki ilo e au na ilo pe palangi o we insurance I api. But to me, I didn't inquire about it. I didn't
Right.
know about it, but knowing that the insurance of our homestead, cover his whole medical, and it was such a blessing to both of us, knowing that we were able to be part in the healing.
Right. But you know, Brenda, you touched something so important. Kiho mari mori, kagisike me could take responsibility,
Yes.
and that's preparedness. I me could
Yes.
I and hanga tokanga I me could insure.
Oh, yeah.
But and I'm also speaking out ke ngon ke kau ma tu ako ng tango te fai kawa. You know, do you have life insurance? Ka me haka ko ku ke leave your family in a good situation,
Yeah.
Heko me ko mau inga. Ka kita kapau ko tamai kita pe ko ulu kita family. Make sure there's a life insurance that you leave for your family. Heko is not about only the final expense. It's about the continuation of the in our life when our hope what I found now with family. But I think it's a very, very important thing. I mean, ko ni exio ki responsibility ko na iyai ko ho ex ko ako and hanga take the insurance into consideration in me ko budget ko I mo we and then it just gonna put you in a situation at ease, you know, at ease for yourself and your kids because you know if something even happened to him, you were covered at the time, you know?
Yeah.
So those are very important, but I think those are part of the responsibility of aware the Tongan man, you know what I'm saying? Part of you loving your wife and caring for your wife is make sure you also leave them a legacy of a good life insurance, you know, of a good thing to do. And I bet and one of the things that is so important you mentioned here, Tainimi, I'm going to make sure you do it when you're still healthy. Don't wait till mama no. Do it right now when you're healthy. And when you do it once, you can live with it for quite some time. No, the time is now, okay? It's very important because death can be, you don't know when, you know, but it will be better for you to knowing if you have it and know your family is secured. If something happened to you, it's one of the peace of mind that you can live for the family,
Yeah. Emelina, I want to say something that you have touched in. He kono uhinga ke kaki mo tonga ko o mo whanongo mai whakamori pe kono ngahe mo paupe ke mention ngahe hidden agenda pe atau tolu o kai ke taulawa o mai ke open ke mahino ka mo tolu ko Emeline ko tau representative ia o si hoko ia ko broker pe ko toko taha ia o kune lava of katawe insurance he kua o spasi ene CV ki ai pe ako ne o si ilo e mingi me akotoa pe and you know Emeline I want them to know but correct me kapau o kia hamea fihalaki ai ko life insurance o ku ke heia he ngahi taimini mo ngahi taimi atu ko e
Yes.
he kono ngā koe taiminia o ku ki I whaingo fuang.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me. Eki mi mai.
Oh yeah.
Ko hinga o whaingo fuai, Emeline. He kono ngā koe ngahi taimia koe me me hange e hano whakasisina kita he insiwa ke te aluatu au ai he kono ngā fu mamafa e ange tau sio kei.
Oh yeah.
Pako taiminia o ku o tuku mai e foi tau ataina lele I peke te learn mo te ako e me ape koe o fit ki he budget fra family akita.
Oh yeah.
Pea toi o mai o toi ai peke por kala mai e ki he kau vai koe na e toki o mi mei tonga ne kai ke hanau tau ngā ue ke lava ke nau I lo I he kau insiwa ka toko taha koe nia ne te hau mi tonga mahalo ka hano mahaki ka o kulohi aki. You know, whainga me I mistrust pehe. Ka koe taiminia o ku pretty much ko eligibility o ku o whakawhiunga pe ia ke o iro a au mo whehui. Pea mo ngahi mea o ke whema u lele ke hoko ke family. Pea koe tau monu ia I he I Seatoni. We have a couple of beautiful young ladies. Ko Emeline, pea mo hoku ki ni se taha oku kau ia he. I will bring that information later. He? You both are brokers, but different companies. Ka koe mea ko oku tau pehe o tau monu iai. Ko iaha tonga tene whakamatala whakatonga atu kia te koe ai mea o ku tonu koe ke whai ka pau o ku ke loto ke aiha o insiwa. He taimini o ku ke keimo ui lele. Ka ua te ke tari, ke puke, mahaki, pe kuma o koe ha whainga mahaki, ha mahaki tauhi. Talk to her anyways and tell her all those stuff. She will find her polkalama in Shiwa e lava fit in pe amho fima. Hoia pe.
Go a lot of people bring that or elaborate more pe o lave when I ke he ko I go heli pe mo ko ngani I insure kono fai ke he any now lave pe ke any night ko ukata insure ko why me we captive about tau pe now lave ke any night
yes
ko farmers insurance okay farmers kapag ko ngawe ke farmers meaning ko habe product ko a farmer ko be te lava ke sell
okay
so but I'm not a captive. I don't work for farmers, and that means farmers have their own product, and I can only sell what they have. I am an independent brokerage, meaning I can access to more than one carriers. Because right now the carrier is going in now to add my independent. They have over 15 carriers. So that means this is why you can shop more than just one product. So that means I have more products to offer you than working for a captive company, like, so farmers, that's what really makes it different. Because back in the days, like I get full like our independent agent. Yes. And right now, people are coming independent, meaning I can write with many carriers. I go lava ke access kay o ka ke fangata product, Go to uhinga go ke and that's why I go kapag out ke farmers you're not going to get the product I have in the farmers, because farmers only have their own product. And that's the
Specific.
only product they're now allowed to sell. Okay.
Yeah.
Every company have their own products. And that's the difference of being a captive agent and an independent agent. So I'm an independent. I'm not a captive. So that's the difference. And I have
Yeah.
more products to offer you. And you know, and you know, when you go into particular grocery stores, you will go to stores that you have more varieties. So I think that's how to put it in a very simple
Term.
you know, explanation.
Yeah.
You know, for me, if I go to a 7-Eleven compared to a Fred Meyer, I rather go to Fred Meyer because I have more varieties in Fred Meyer to pick from than just going to one product, you know. So
Yeah.
I think that's a very simple term of how to explain it, you know. I think hopefully ko mahino atu, but I have more products. Just call me and let me know what you're looking for, and then we can find the right products for you, you know? So, and I think and it's so important, please, you know,
Yeah.
do it
Yeah.
even if you don't get it from me. If I'm not able to help you, but at least find something for
Yeah.
your family, you know?
Yes.
Because it will get out very, very important. Get out tokanga kya he why in here, Brenda. You know, like we talked about this before. We can we can say I don't have $200 or $300, but then all of a sudden you can go in and spend $200 without even, you know,
Yeah.
think about it. You know what I'm saying?
What the step back kita para kolok o se nang yawe me ye
I
ng full
mean, I
mapa.
mean Costco. I mean
Oh
Costco
yes.
alone. You walk into Costco, you're not gonna come out with less than $200 shopping in there.
Yes.
I tell you that,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
But think about that. You know, if you budget well, I bet you have $200 to put away for your family,
Yeah.
because I'm telling you, it's gonna make a, a big difference, eh?
But consider pay is going to saving.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm and encouraging my kids.
Accrued I interest lele.
Yes. E ko me ko tano ke ku whanau, that feel ke wonga ta mai kun ku lahi.
Yes.
I know they don't save money. And I said, you know what? You better pay for your own life insurance, because I mean, if you don't save money, but you put $100 to a life insurance, 5 or 10 years from now, it's going to be a big difference on your life. Eh?
Yeah.
I'm okay if I don't see a saving in the bank, but as long as they put that money to a life insurance, I think that would be a good thing for me, you know? So,
Oh yeah. O kuya tamay yung tamay ako lalahi tangata toko ua kuna carry and now ula ke kore. Ula kore my pe mom. Is it okay if we include you him plan? Eh? Ko pe why? You know, ko like ay that for why. Pe kata ki tangata ai. Ka ko pe sai apito pe ka pa ke pe koe o kauia ke toko ni mai ki ha whahinga mea in case ke ha aholahi o whae, you know,
right.
e hoko pea. Ka ukai ke believe fo ke auia i he cremation ka malo roha ta. Poko mea ko whiwhi ai ki he insurance. Ko no last part ko no to o mai. He?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yo, a ko ngā koe ni koe ki he, koe ha koe na ke ai matni nai.
A final expense?
Final expense, he? He
Yes, we do
kutai
have a
ni
final expense product.
iyo. I mean, or my very plain and clear bit FOE life insurance protection, yeah, eh? A policy of the carry. Kau kai ke te ilo ki ta ia, ai ngahi mea go with it, eh?
Yeah, like a 30 grand or
Iyo,
25,000.
iyo,
It's just a good final expense. It
iyo,
will cover everything from Puhamate ki Malae ki
iyo,
Paliputu, you know?
yes. Ko
So,
fia au pita pa ko tai minne ko competition lahi au pita ka taha insurance. I think they are the only people that is making money now at COVID time.
yes,
You know
yes.
what I mean? And I'm so glad to go o ko
Eh,
ke hopu akia.
right,
Eh?
right.
Yes.
And not only that, I'm hiring. Anyone who want to learn about life insurance, call me. So
Yeah.
I can, you know, we have free training that we offer, and 35 days to 60 days, you can learn and go take a test. But I think our company offer a lot of free training. So let me know about if this is something that you're looking for. I'm glad you mentioned that, Brenda, because I forgot, almost forgot about that.
Yes.
Because we're hiring, so one of my
Yeah.
goal is to open my own office here in Washington. So and I'm looking for people with integrity, people with good characters, and people that you will do this from your heart. It's not about
Yes.
money.
Yes.
To help, we need to help a lot of Tongans. And if you think of that, let me know, because I have information to share with you, because I'm looking for also agents to hire. So
Yeah.
it's a matter of just take your test, and once you pass, that's it. We don't have contract or anything other than just we give free training. So go ahead, Bet.
Malo fofa.
I think ko time ke humay ito po
Atagi for him.
kasi kada
Yes.
humay ke kung hawa ito po kalamay.
Yes. Malo.
Considero moi lo olive, coi facamo omi, coi covinanite, coi moca moi moto, o tu ferenite, coi facapapa. Oi tarike silupe otonga are polofora ene foki kiano amo e whakailo ngā mara ai whanua tolo na alo Sai pare kanai o sue si hala o mosese si tu atona ile pasifiki koe patai si koe no fotai mi kufakamo mai meloni toni o tua moto nako okuto fia si tu atona ile pasifiki koe parakai isi oi no kotai me ko whakamo ni mai meloni toni o tua moto na ko hoku tofia.
Oops. Go ahead, Brenda. Let me try to.
Koe,
Okay.
koe,
That will be our next one.
yeah. Malo au pito tā mai i whasko ni Emelini. Koe liwaki mai ni haere tane koe ni kukuni salo te tupoutolu. Me he ene ahi ko ia ki he hiri whakarauni ai tu iua ko Pitania Queen Elizabeth, yeah? Koe taimi koe na liwaki mai ni haere. Koe fo i whasi koe nana e whauia Semisiong. Eh?
Okay.
Yeah. He composed this song kai kana whakarea kono hiva I pia mono tune whahoko ia tuita tolwafi. You know, my great uncle. Eh? And so it's just a very beautiful for hiva, and we always played. He koe fo I lupepe ia o lava ke tau.
That's beautiful. Huh?
Yeah. But he vai he here pe ko fast mo ya. Yeah. So it was very beautiful. Kai ke he koe hoko atu koe.
Ikai, ko ta konga ko lava ai konga ola ke ta programa ai ko ta ke hoko tai pene programa ina ka kai fifine fa ta ki mo ka kai fifine ai ko konga ko hono wa Brenda Chapa pete ke fa ko mai pe ko he ko na ke foto to the program e fifine. So I would love to have you bring that out.
Sure. Io malo au pito. Ko ngawa ko ni e polo kalama. Ko uhinga pe nia pe koe insights, pe koe ha tau poto fufu a tau tolu. Ka pau o ku te whakalere ha kampani aki ta pe koe kampani o mai ke manage, eh? Pe
Ka koe tonga kita.
Ka koe tonga kita. Pe koe harewa ha o ngahi poto whakapuripuri ke tau wahe, eh? O ku ke pehe te ke lawai ke o mai ke tau whiako aki ai, he? So it's building a learning and development platform. Me kiho o koe fo I konga urua kia o poto fufu koe ni. Ka pau o ke kautonga o ku unau osi alo tumu ki I ngahi kautahalahi, he? Ka o kai peke nau fu tumantia I he nau agenda ke nau wahe. But we just need to know, kata osi interview e tawa e tokolahi I he tuunga koe ni Emeline. And then we see the inside of their mindset, of our commitment, and our very loyal. It take all these tools for them to make it to the top. Eh? Koe ta whehu I pe ke lava ke taratara noa ki ai. Ka pau ko hatonga koe pa ku ke he tuunga whakataki mu a koe ni. Koe hane waha o toko ni ke si ka kai tonga koe unau kei tono no. Ka unau o smau pe nau tore
Good
po.
question.
Yeah. Eh? Koe.
Mahape o wai pe ko ki feedback ya Brenda.
Okay.
Go get out ko ki inside pe ko I think I would add on to this one. For me, go programa for go take ko Doctor of Business Administration, eh? There's a difference between a Doctor of Business Administration with a PhD, eh? The PhD focus on research, huh? And the theory. Aya go tape go career ya go hako go professor I university program But when it comes to the doctor of business administration, you become a problem solver. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
I go give you insight, I go add that you need to become a problem solver. But I'll still pick that up, for example, going here. Game content that no game doctor Ray go here, oh my go any. You know, always is pity on you no for tongue. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
Aladia or take advantage of many things that Tongan don't see. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
He became a problem solver, a lot of things. Nine love my but I said get a postman in trailer.
Yes.
There was a need for trailer in Tonga, and this guy just built trailers. Eh? You know, this is how you become a problem solver. You know.
Okay, because
he already have the education, but he find a solution for the problem. That's a problem solver. Okay. There was an article I read like a week ago. I shared this with my son, with Chris. The article on Tangata, University of Cape Town in Africa. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
A farmer became a surgeon. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
This is the very first time a university gave an honorary degree in a medicine to someone who never been educated. Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And this is how
like
the
a
story
natural
goes.
knowledge.
No, this is how the story goes.
Okay.
Gatamaya na tupang behe farmer. Eh?
Okay.
Tupang behe farmer be hauya ge Cape Town going on I book any tamai mahal, but then he came there. The amount of university going on a fake course, a laborer, eh? Going on a fake course university. But I researched na fake university because now hang research I hang on something to do with Carmelina now hang of Otafa I kia going giraffe. Okay. Daga fu giraffe ko niya. Time ko na fai ka tafa ya. Lo tanga pe tafa ko tuha ke giraffe kyo. Behana to daya or frustrated. Ya fema hataya have a big muscle to hold the giraffe down. Kareva ke fai ko ni ay tafa. Fama me peka matapa to da me ne fale fai tafa. O siya
may frustration.
But the frustration needs somebody to say, "I get more to eh?" And all he said, "I need your help to hold the neck of the giraffe." Eh? And from that day, he been in the surgery room almost every day. Eh? How develop a skill tui. Eh? And he was the best tui in the Oscar.
Tui is injury.
Tui was a tafa. So he became level tui. Hang level promoted Toketaya and a hold. The first job he did was to hold the giraffe neck. Promoted level tamaya. Promoted level tamaya. May I assistant surgeon. On how to I time ko daw fahataf. He became the best of what he did. Kamadali can hang a koi. I go to go fight up. The aloleva may in the tokoni ki fight up a ke mafu per moe fight up a ki liver. And that's how this man became a surgeon. With no education. They gave him the honorary degree in master in medicine. Bottom line for Italanoa, just yes, it all take a little yes. When this doctor called him, imagine if he said no, a whole I kia going to giraffe. But he said yes to that. So what they were saying, don't look for a job, look for work. You know, the work was given to him, not a job, you know. So this man became the very first person get a award an honorary medicine degree. And this guy was never went to university for to become a doctor, you know.
Oh, how beautiful. That's a
Yes,
beautiful story.
very beautiful. But you know, it's funny because also when I shared this with my son, he was too busy to listen to it. But I sent it to him. Then he went and talked to his friend, and his friend was talking to him about the same thing. Gonna sell a medical equipment.
Oh, yeah.
And he's in the surgery room every day watching them using the Amisini.
The
And
machine.
this kid,
Yeah.
yes, and this kid developed a love for Kehoko surgeon because he started getting to know things. And when he talked to my son about him, you know, because he don't have the money right now to go for a medical doctor, and then he shared the story with this guy, you know. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, when it comes for me as an insider, if I have to share something to, you know, make this my company dominate things, I have to be a problem solver. I have to be someone that, you know, look for solution. You know,
Yeah.
as soon as a problem arise, that's the first thing you have to do. Find a solution for that. I remember one of the example I tell you, Brenda. I went to PS College, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was the go-to person for my Eku Tarekita. But
Oh,
then
yeah.
go to if you might have me get fakau Kuneuya kono office, eh?
Oh, yeah.
But at the time I was just a part-timer anyway. But I'm always be there for the think tank for her.
Yeah.
Daga fai me kana ne ta uya ha ta pan ta mai ka ta o vai fai pa pa ma ku fe ma ke hanga o to kon mai ka ke solo. Ka fai pa ma gua fai me e wa ku fe ma ko ke solo ba. Ula gi ko gas ua ko tai mi. He ko ringa he ko fai pa ma na pen. Ka dan ko to pe ku fa le ya ai kalasi I he TSHS kan go apiwala pu ma tu ko ma to na ba Lakewood.
Yeah.
Ko ba ke ha to ta haya may Lakewood or drive my ki piwala ki pick up ki for a paper one piece of paper ko attendance ko ayako eh
Oh, yeah.
but I think you know how the DSHS and
Yeah.
you know
The
how all the
requirement
caseworker
ni tamaki.
yes
Yeah.
the requirement for getting go get work first get document for and our
Yes.
attendance remember the
Yes.
reason why and you know you're a pilot person you're the one that designed this pilot program I'm because we talk about this. Lakewood. You think about this. This Lakewood drive the Piwala to just pick up one piece of paper. Well,
Right.
again, it's gonna cost us money for gas. Number two is the timing of traveling time.
Oh, yeah.
But when we go out with that, I needed to come up with a solution going out because we need to solve this two problema right now. So, the problema going to solo aki, but you know everything is follow a protocol, and you know even though it's one piece of paper, but you know when it comes to the state, it has to be a very secure little piece of paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Attendance forget attendance. I think for those who don't know about the Work First program, but document attendance and this lady who's sitting over here with me today designed this Work First program, but I'm sharing the problem that I encounter of the problem
In the process. Yeah.
the process. The protocol ko attendance ko ni ko pa very secure attendance ko ni he ko hinga ko ni ko amount inga ko o time or attendance ko ni a student a requirement yan I found if you have to have 35 hours to complete in order for you to have your check. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
And those who depend on this little check from the government,
Meant everything to them.
and everything. And that's why also, Brenda, but let me finish that one before I come out to the next one. That's very easy because every time I go into something, they give me the problem. My mind is already ahead of the problem. Yes. That's a very easy way to solve it. Okay, how are we going to solve it? All we have to do is to create a Google Doc account. Instructor my TSHS. I'm going to send her permission. Account I create a attendance sheet from my end. I allow her to be an editor for that account, so she can upload attendance. Can upload to my pen attendance and I may have people TSHS. You think that works? I say yes. That's how it's gonna work. So that's how I solve that problem, and then that's how we run with that. So and then at the same time, go highlight me. Naya in our 3 other locations here in our Kalasi, and I solve it with the same thing. Can I upload to Kadoma and our Google Doc and our attendance? So and I'll pick it up from my end and I document
requirement go
yes, because once a month we go into the EHS and do the report. And then one of the things I also saw with that, Brenda, when I first came into Highline, and I saw my boss with all this paperwork all over, and the very first thing I said to her, "Is that how you do this every time?" And then she sat there, okay, I mean, you sit there until like the deadline, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And I asked her, can I help with something? Tamal ko or design her Excel spreadsheet for a
yeah.
So I designed an Excel spreadsheet, and guess what? Not only will accurate eliminate the errors in our reporting, but our reporting was on time. And our reporting was always on time. So I'm gonna talk about highlight ni. Now how mo yung PS? Pero kaya ko na hangay ko global pack ko o quality high out. Going out and now for is gonna for system gonna designing.
Yes.
But at the same time, we have PS college. College I go pull before I leave. You hang a transition all the manual ngawe ko dope ki hagali. Olilio kato ay ngawe ko dope ko ni may manual ki electronic ki computer
Yeah.
So, but that's how you become a problem solver, Brenda. I think that is the one big thing that I will do if I have to be in that situation and become a problem solver, And
I think it's so important. Pretty much pay attention tau doria ke detail o mea ko tau pe es hard he tau loyalty he tau ngawe. Ko me ia ko o wha te whanongo ke share ko ia ko ka pauna ke ki fuoroa o si lere ko ke he kovana,
Yes.
Ko anga ko whakaukau, now who mai am he federal ki he state, It's 2 different entities e ua ka koe pure anga pe, Ka koe kusio koe ki hanga whakalere e nau mea kotoa pe. Mau tō mui apita mātou e teknolosia. Ka koe mea koe ki he mau ai mea kotoa pe ia it was there, O ana ke pehe e ko ia te ke hau noa ia peo ai e ta ia hano second page ona ia o stuku pe ia as a copy that we maintain. Oku very beautiful a bit of share. It makes you proud to be a Tongan, moi poto. you know, mo poto o mai e ki, ka ki tau tolu ke whakahauka ke tau ngā ui, you know. It's wonderful.
You know, I shared this with you, Brenda. Okay, Lave Mike, yes, the state have a very, very articulate system, eh? But I tell you, one of the reason I encounter, one of the problem I encounter, go ahead, Mia. And you know me, I'm a very entrepreneur.
Yes.
Kaya may danaw siya magtamsiya weekend. We are gonna forget go ako. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
When I came to PS College, I realized that I'm always the go-to person get tare kita. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm always the problem solver came out department. But guess what? I don't get the pay because I didn't have the degree at the time. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't have the degree at the time, but what I'm trying to say here, I almost longer stay team with system in my technology.
Yes. Yes.
Because many women are too comfortable sitting in their position. I tell you that. Because when I came into them, a lot of them felt like I'm a threat to them.
Yes.
Because they don't want me to transition any manual job they're doing. Because they're too comfortable with that. Many of them sitting there for 15 years, 20 years. Eh?
Yeah.
And they love the little system they do.
Comfortable now, don't
Comfortable now, yes, exactly. But I'm gonna how I got my system, it will eliminate their job anyway. So many of them don't like that. You know, and a lot of people like, especially like when it comes to women. And I tell you, Brenda, if you go into a lot of community colleges, it's dominated by women.
Yes.
But guess what? There's a lot of power struggle in there. Eh?
Yes.
Because a lot of them, you know, and for me, I see this thing and I don't want to be in an environment like that. Because I can create, it's not that, but at the same time, I can create my own wealth. I don't need to sit there and be in a system that I cannot help to move forward the system. Eh?
You
know what I'm saying?
Yes. Ko me aside before ke fai hano a discussion. He kono uhinga ko tano ai ni ang Tonga. Ihe state of Washington. Kage mantu foka state ko nyo ko very well blessed foka economica state ko ni.
Yes.
Ba aku kai ke nau hanga pe haya no ia mai e nau kau ngawe. You know, ko mea ko tope nau sio kei o ku lava ke nau to fo I ata mai to taha ko ia o vilo I o lunga mawe nau to ka te alu ki taia, you know, they'll do it. They will do it.
Exactly.
Ko mea ko na aku ilo I you know, when you're smart and you work on your own, but te ngau at pe kita ia ata mai le reina mahe I kika kita. Every time na iai a promotion kia te au, na iai a tohia mo tangi. A kau ngau, and especially women. Eh? Ko hinga, why? You know, because credential wise, or speak better for itself. Eh?
Right.
Ko ita nia because o pehe mo pehe. Ka ke lo I lea ko wana. O pehe ko wana fukia ko uraksi na ia na ko wana he tau state. But I worked under 3 governors before him. Eh? Ka ko mea ko sio ke ai. O pehe tau to ko Tonga pe o whakau pehe o kai ke sai na loto he sio la kahake hama. No. It's a worldly kind of mannerism oku he oku nau lotoko he nau lotoko pa ko ke nau sa ia he ko inga hango kau parangi he
Oh
O
yeah.
ku kai peke nau sa ia nau tolu ke alaka taha laka nau tolu, eh?
Oh yeah.
But because o tau free tau tolu foki tau whakau kau, pe o ku kai kai ki tau tolu na tau in competition to get anything. We have it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
We have it. Tau mai tau tau ataina. Pe ko mea pe ia na kai ki tau lava solo wa. We have so much whakaapa-apa.
Yes.
Eh?
And you know, one thing that I feel good about when I left PS College, I was able to wrote a job description. Every job in our department, I have to write a description of to make
Create
sure.
a good job description.
Yes,
Eh?
because that's one of the
Yeah.
that's one my boss asked me to do before I leave, and I hire a Clover Park. So my boss was calling me and asking me if you take you hang or write the job description. And the good thing about writing a job description, anybody can come and sit in my position, can do the job as long as they follow the guidelines. Yes.
Yeah.
And then I left with every position in our department was written by myself in there, and I left it with them. You know, and I'm telling you, man, I motivate like a deal. And I think my Gokupule, I look up Kietao because every time I tell him, even he write the grant for Parkin New York in the office, eh? Because she does need somebody to think for her and work with her to come up with some good ideas. And no, but
Pe
I
moi
have
brain pe ia. Ni
yes,
whemau ea young brain.
yes. And you know you know these people are sitting there for too long. This is part of who I am. I love to share this stuff with them, and I love to, but I tell you, that environment was not for me
Yeah.
because, you know, uh, because at the time I was only part-time with them, but I was the one who doing all the job. All these people having the degrees are getting all the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm the think tank of the department, you know.
E ka
So,
whanau I lo I au he taimi ko ia how far we were from each other, eh?
yeah.
Kagu,
So,
it's okay, Emeline. Now we're working on the
of
radio.
course. Yes, exactly. No, but if I make a topic forget of taki pehe or do I make a topic.
Yeah.
But you know, I have a good if anything that I wanted to go back, if I will come by there one time, I love the PS College. It's one of the best, and Hangeko Hailaini, one of the best colleges I work for. And you know, I do my best when it comes to that. On those department, I love the workforce department.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm not sure if they have Peggy program going here work first or not, but
Yeah.
it's something beautiful.
Yeah. Koe foi model ko ia koe o work first. Ko whaka national le vai I he tai mini.
Yes.
Atot le vai he ustaiti ko toa. Ka
Mm.
kei foi model pe ia tau tol na
Washington.
yes, a Washington
Yes.
State. Ka koe taimi ko nai, it was a guy named Randy, I forgot his last name, Amberman, I think. Yeah. Ko ia moana e to o koe ke mau koe ke he no presentation koe ni koe ki he
Washington.
Washington, he?
Mm.
Kono ngā ke lawange ke matarangi pe koe foi model koe ni ngā ue pe minimize ai e nofo e kakai I he welfare for a long time.
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
O foi hao pe me he street o mao ni ka pau tape ko toko fitu ko toko valo os milionia to taia ko ia he food stem ko tene toho whamahina. Eh? Ko ia ngai a kohono o mai ko ke ki mato ke mau. So just to be in the leadership role I he taimi ko ia, you know, it was hard, but the simplicity of it kia tahangi ko tau tonga ko tau osisi o tau tolu I he masiva pe ia I Tonga. Hena kai ke ta ia tau ka. Eh? Nei kai ke ia tau cell phone. Nei kai toki o mai tai min. Eh? Pea moe breakfast I pe ia pe na tau breakfast me an tau lere pe mo konga mā pe ni ono me mi pata kokwa mono loto pa te almo ia, he? So we never compare it our upbringing, Lini. Upbringing I whanuani. You have breakfast. Pako pake te ki ipu apple juice, pako orange juice for vitamin C. So all these things were were guarded as you must have these. Ko hinga o sai kia koe. Ka koe anga koe tau o mai. Me hoko pe nia te tau lahi koe whanuani. You're still a Tongan. You okay ke more me akita, he?
Yes.
Ka koe taimi ko o mai aha mea ke te whakahoko I he tuunga whakapure. You have no problem in part of the resolution part with team koia. And I'm glad you share
experience with the community college. Yes.
Yeah. Because we have courses. When people ko department niya tahna uhet ki ai employment.
Yes.
Unemployment.
Right.
Ko taipe ko more ho ngawe oku te haureva kita o file hima office and you have to come in. Toki file niya online pe mo virtual.
Right. Back in the days you had to go into the office.
Yeah, go in. Ko hao ko ia ia. Oku te hao kita ke intake o whetaura ke mu interview agune interview kita he ngā aue ko toa pe. He kuia requirement ni fo tapa ko toa pe o mea koe. Pea koe pa anga ia na le ko tau state na lahi taha koe na weekly benefits I unemployment. U state ke he ia tau pe he na tau me yof ki tau tori ke ta half per week. Depending on how much you're being paid and how much you're paying in kapau o te whakarer ha te business ki employment security. Department ya koe na. So from there, o lava lewa koe ke mau create the work first. O lava ke si ngā ue kakai. We are eligible whakalao rewa, officially eligible. I whanau ke nau mau I now food stamps.
Right.
Mau now medical. Pero mau now part-time college. Tatongi he state. Isa ke u me alele. O mau pe. And if you're a single mom, o kuto tia ke na single mom ya fo itaimi ta. Kana kai ke ilo na to single mom. Because I never share that one.
Right.
Yeah, so it was good. But anyways, how about kita I okay. I think so. Yeah. I think so. Five.
pe au he whangata puna. Si kononga na e te lekaki i e taha o e lele langi. E pala mau o e tasi mani pakalelu e atamai. Aue e puna e ropa ave ai gasi e te topa e malu malu o e angi toa nunu anga e pine toga amusia pe ae lomo muka o kumpuna e pisi o e naua o pahinga i he maha mo e hua kakape au e whangata puna.
That's beautiful.
Yes, kai whao ke ni e tahine. Whao ni a kunsalote.
So we're back to our Wednesday night program. Ai koe whataki mua ka kai whewhine. Ai koe hoko atu prenda ke pe, how can you use people's data to support your team's research and development?
Koe mea mahu inga ia ai people's data. Aia kon
Right.
if hia ke aia tonga, ai?
Oh, yeah.
Koe ngahi mea kotoa pe i ha department o ngā we. Koe data oku very, very important ia ki he especially ka pau e iai hangahi data o whie ma uf kalao me ha whitu hanko e whare hopo mo mea, he?
Yes.
Pe koha decision factor ia ki hano tukuangi hataha o mahu inga au pita o meha pot ngā we. He?
Oh, yeah.
Koe data e ne ngā we o ku ma o kotoa pe ia e he HR. He?
Oh, yeah.
O e potu ngā we taktaha. Pea ko pepe au ia koe kakai koe ni i he tuunga whakataki mua. O koe, what's so specific about them, it's the knowledge that they have. Pea moeanga e nauhanga o live an example ke kau ngā ui. He?
Oh, yeah.
Kono uhi ngahe kai ke pehe ke lunchtime ia pea ria lunch pato ke hao pehe taimi whi wai. You know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, koe whainga mea pe ia very protocol koe set up ia o properly protocoled. Eh? He kono ui ngahe ku o kai ke tonu ia ke promote kita ke hawhainga tuunga whakaprofessionale pea te hange uku te me sekseki a ki ta ia o more lewa e whakaukau le ia ka te abuse power o maika kita as a leader.
Oh, yeah.
Iyo. Pea koe mea asai he koe ngā koe tokotana e pure ia te au koe kovana i mau statei. Pea koe kovana e tolu ki mua e ngā we as I was starting working. Pea koe I knew them, worked right under them, and their leadership gave me some very good solidity. I he anga e ku ngā we pea mo e ku loyalty ke pure anga.
Oh, yeah.
Iyo. O ke ai pe taimia o ke ngahi mea o hake. Pea hange ko rau koe ki he being a solution, I mean a problem solver. Yeah. O kuia ngahi parapare mai within each o ngahi department ke kakai ke mo team kapawe kai ke team up ai kaunga we ia pe fili kakai ko na atamai lele pe na lava fingawe aki. Man, the problem is being resolved right
Yes,
out. Yeah.
yes.
He ko teamwork here pe mo anga whakakaukau tōrahi. It gives every power some strength, more strength. He kono inga ka ku ke pehe koe ko ki whotu atu e koe ke saia, not everybody agree ki he mea ure akata. But when all of you agree to disagree and agree to pass some kind of state statutes, because allow within the department of DI, you know you already got it by your fingers. You know, you've got everything, you've been really well pay attention. They're very attentive ke mea kotoa. You know. Top hen ia ko real Hawaiian now because real because Mexico because you know they never heard of Tonga. But you know
it's always unique to be in a place like that. But I think, Brenda, I wanted to go back here. How can you use the people's data? I think the question in here, how do you collect the data? The data of collect a method at all. I got all quantitative. That's a way of collect. Yes, and then you have the qualitative. A mixed method. And the reason why I brought this up, Brenda, because you know, you and me have a project in Tonga, and one of the things that we were asking for this project, they've been doing this for 16 years, and their project have not even lifted out of the ground. You know,
stage one.
Yes, not even get off stage one. And I wanted to bring this up because there was no data. Nobody collect data for all these years.
No.
There's no documentations. No. And you know, for us, in order for the funders to fund any project, they have to see the data, right?
Yes.
And then it was the very first thing you and me asked for Tonga, more data. You know, we need to know. And then when it comes to do a research, we have to look okay? Who are the people affecting by the problem? And then you and me gonna find the solution. Eh? How many people affecting by the paloparema? Data can support the kakaigo affected. Eh?
Yes.
Because nobody doing. I mean, they might have documentation somewhere, but it's all over the places. Eh? Kakokuhinga ko area. I'm out inga ko I data ko no talave ko kiai. But there's three ways for you. You can have that quantitative and then qualitative, the mixed method. You can mix the two, and that's how you're gonna collect data. I go for collect data is survey. Eh? You can create a little survey or send to the people. They collect the data by interviewing the people, and then you can mix the method, or you can do both. Yeah. And then you look at Dr. Ray, Brenda. I need to bring that up. I sound like I need a behe donga or quite eh?
But he is way up there.
I document every patient to walk through his door. Or was he patient going because he collect the data. Eh?
Yes.
So when it comes to proving something, either you go by mouth or you go by data. Eh?
Yes.
I go. That's why of the encourage my better with that going. Because if we have to bring all the data and show these people will be amazing with this. Eh?
Yes.
Kako kuhinga to ko ako ko ay mahuinga ko data ko ni Brenda, and I'm glad you brought that up because if you and me sitting in a CEO position here to help Tonga, and that would be the very first thing you and me asking for Tonga. We need to see the data, eh? In order
Iyo.
for these people to fund any project for Tonga, ko pa ke tau sia ta to ke data, eh? Ko no mau inga ke data ke o mai ke fai ka ngau, and that's so important and that's so true. That is something that you can add on to your plate as a CEO is to make sure that you collect this data ke fai ka ngau, eh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ko kuki whakaukau si pe added to what you already brought out, Lini. He koe ngā koe i whihui e ua koe nia una whingawe aki pe, he?
Yes.
Pea koe mea ko sio ki ai, I pulled this from an old note of mine. Ko whangau aki pe step koe ni, ka mantu whako tau manga tau do re nia he fui, ta ue nia ni mami ai he fui tu koe ni. Koe step by step guide ki he resolution o ngofo I whihu I koe. Koe whenga pe akita as a leader to understand your company's strategy. Eh?
Right.
Mea ke te ako, ke te iloi, ko hinga ke lava. From there, you can identify the roles or require koe ke reaching high goals ko osi whotutu. He koe ka ikai ke te sio ke strategy. Ai ko strategy koe ni ia. Koe me ia osi whotutu ki mua ko hinga because a new boss is coming in.
Right.
A new boss, whether he's going to run you by the hair, thin out or right if the boss comes in, o kai ke tau whengau aki mo nau tō. Koe ngahi mia. So, o ko se hewa ki mea koni o sai au pite nau o pe ki ngahi mea koni puke o si lau ki ai, lawi ki ai. Koe create her skills inventory for those roles.
Yes.
Ko skills inventory te ilo ko hai o matiketika he. Ko hai o kualala ni mahe. Ko hai o kulava pe I think at the top of his head without even have to be told. You know, like you were saying something. Na ke whakakau pe koe ia koe pe. You are not gonna get in your car and drive 15 miles from your office to Piwala o more ho tai mi koe alu pe koe ki lai pepa. Kai o san koe ulava pe ia o send my ki a kita ki o to office pe koe create pe ia koe over technology.
Right.
So that is just so good.
Yeah. And my boss was so appreciate for that, you know.
Yeah. But the review pe the current ngahi mea ko current within the company o ton ke whalele I ke innovate.
Yes. But you know, I want to add on something to what you just shared. I inventory.
Yes.
Even if the person don't have the skills, kopale if I send training. Eh?
I got the workshop will be so
implemented.
Yeah.
Yes. And I know when I was at the state with the community college, was yaipe kalasia ke de pau ke de take kita in order to stay with you. Because they get enough I don't about the yai, upau ke requirement kalasia ke de take.
Yes.
You know, and that's one thing when it comes to my life insurance, I tell you, one of the busy things that I've been busy too lately could take a class, you know. So I have to, there's a lot of classes I have to take, but at the same time, when you invest in yourself, it's make a big difference, you know. Not only increase your skills, or educate yourself, or help others, and that is so important. But you know, Brenda, I wanted to bring something
Yes.
Now, na tau lawe peki mo ki ai ka kwao ko concern kan ki he ke ngawe kono te fai tonga ko ke drugs, ke illicit, ke fai to kono tapu. Because my very first thing that was mentioned Dr. Ray, ko fe and our data ko to. That was mahinan da toria we pa parema. Fai to kono tapu. Ka tau fe ma ke tau ilo da toria ko to fiha wesia. We can't just talk in general,
Yeah.
Drugs, Has anybody in Tonga document Ikakai going to affect her drugs? And then if we pull the real data, that level get them out with the solution.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. I don't think so, Kwasi. We want to know Pesete or a population who affect Hibaparema. And that's how you do a research. And I think that will be one of the very first things they need to do is do a research study on the drugs in Tonga. Okay.
Yeah.
In order for them to come up with the best solution, and I'm saying this, I'm hoping the king is listening to me tonight.
You bet he's listening.
Yes. I know back in the military, you always asking me for my opinion. So now I'm going to be bringing my opinion directly to Your Majesty. If you're listening tonight, we need to see the data of who's affecting from this illicit drugs. We can't just talk about this happening. We need to document every person. Dr. Ray, oku kehe affect a different topic about with now with my two there's a different treatment for everybody, but that treatment and that solution is not going to be done until we know the real numbers.
Yeah.
And Brenda, you and me, when it comes to Tonga, we're asking for them to give us the real numbers.
Yeah.
And tonight, one of my solutions that I'm suggesting for the king is to find the real numbers. Somebody need to do a research and study on this problem, can now come up with the real numbers. Because when we have the real numbers, el lava leva get our hanga or ma with our for get our come up with solution.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yes.
And I'm glad, Brenda, that you brought that up. I'm out in going to data. When you become a CEO,
Yeah. Koe mea taha ke ilo I he kakai koinu amanake na ulere koini ki he aini whakapolitikare ki he ngahi prokalama koini o huki wharearea. You need to know o kutonu ke pato agenda ke huki wharearea hao whaahinga ngā ue o ku lava ngā ue koe ni ke whotu utu upe e koe hae uhinga o ku ke arai ki wharearea in what is this e mea o ke develop ke tokoni ki he whonua pia moe paloparema koe. You need to know you're bringing a piece of the pie ke ngā ue pe e koe on your own ke hu mai o kuiai ha o foi ngā ue lahi moa o mea o ke loto ke tokoni ai ke whonua whatatau ke tō wholofora e tamatui. Emeline, this is a huge thing ho tau whonuani. He kono ngā o set up e nia ke ha whahinga direction. Hanko ni koe categorize o kakai koe ni koe o matna to he drugs. Category A. Koe kakai koe ni te ilope unau drugs, he nau luepe o kuiai mea o ku vaku. O kuiai mea o nau vaku ho nau I hoa o ki he bleed ho nau ihu because they are using this heroin through their noses o nau mihi ki loto. Nau heat, mea ku heat. You would tell the difference. So you have category of people that losing their mind slowly. Aya te tau lava tau categorized mentally affected. Pau ki aia ni here o now very violent. O ko kamata pe now violent I he surrounding ho now api. pe e anga fe hono ave ke diagnose o ku drug addiction. You know, pe ako ngahi me ako I osi hono sibi taha ke na tolu e classified. E ko data reading e hao ia mi he classification. Na
Yes.
tau tala noa very mo Dr. Reiki ai, you know.
Go ahead.
But classification ko ni spit out the data ke identify it o taha ko to huang ke clinic na e oange 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. But the next 5 points, ko pa ke nga wala hi e fai ki ana. Pag me apia o to konia to ai you're right about that. Pe connect ki ai pe mo to for tamatui. Kai kehe ko tai mi ko I think ko da touch pe ki ai pe fa of o atu ke tamatui ho proposal. E kono uhinga. How can we ever know at the unga ke atonga?
If we don't see the data.
We don't see the data. Kai ke tau iro pe ko hai e kau mafia I Tonga o nau ta utu o tāna ki pa anga pe kai safa ho tau whonua mo I whānau tupu.
Kaka meka na umau inga ia prenda ke whao sa taki ke touch base ke meka na labi ka Dr. Ray. And hanga ko o classification ko ni na ne pehe ka fika wa ko alcohol ya. I think mantu ko you know I grew up Adventist pake ko ke mamo nga ko ta I me I na kai ke ngofo he ngo ses ka ni ko inu
Right.
Kabu kaya ko e pehe ka Dr. Ray kapate ta nga treat inu alcohol. People go on educate the people awareness. He go open door. Alcoholic drugs.
Yeah, o kuna go hand in hand.
Go hand in hand. Even smoking.
Whakanonga.
Yes.
Pe moyala ki he mea ke whakanonga
Ai
ape.
kapate tau preventive be da tole kakai meheinu pe mo ifi. O hange pe ka utale tupa ke moksio ma pe po ka mai au fitu. Ai fa e ko ne tapaka mo inu ka ba malohi.
Yes.
About it, I'll focus on for you or then I reduce it. I track use kakai.
Yes. At least one of the other.
Yes. Og mo on er pita lawa Dr. Ray. Og toton ke fai to kanga kina e kita paki ko ya.
You bet.
Pe fasisi I do waki ye kaba malo hi hange ko commercialize ko I ngahi advertising. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
No, upake na usio na doria ke to ta ko no ha ko ke hu ko ke farelia o pore I ko ne mea ko pa ke sio ko ia ko ha ho mea e fai ke foi pa pare ma ko ne ku prod up ko e tonga na fai ke fono ko ha ho asenita ki ai ko ha ho solution ki ai pe ka ke ngata ki ai fema o guideline ia mo ngai regulation ke fasisi I ko ni ka malo hi mo me pehe pe hange ko amerikani ko me ko ya o foto mai pe ya ka ko sia me pe u warning ya to beta mo me ko to ke skaleti mo ka ngai ta pa ya o to ton ke fa to ka ngai ki ai and I agree with Dr. Ray on that one he ko ka we have met and have opened the big doors ke kakai ko ni ke drugs and that's what I want to leave with us tonight ke programa ko na kakai fifine but I think we touch favor for the topic fifine prenta and thank you so much with that I got the time also if there's anything you want to leave with us and finalize get out you know give back to the people tonight you know I'll give it back to you.
Io whamalo pe o mumi a mai he poni, ko ngo lava pe ki po tatala, pe ko whaamu pe, te tau ngau e whakataha pe ke tau lotua tau whanua pe a iai muha whaunga, ka pau ke ai ha mea o mō rota ke whai ki ahatala noa e aonga. Let us know, let us know. O kai ke hato mo get pe, o ke ai pe mau pes, ke mo ke in ke ai pe ko telefoni mai pe ki he TWN o tuku mai ha Afrikau and we'll get back to you. Maybe we can join in. This show.
Yes. Or
Yes.
subscribe my by channel.
Channel. Yes.
Malo ka labalele da programa FFN by Melody Family Day from Seattle, Washington.
Aprenda con aika malo mo mea mai mo mea.
Good night.